Hey guys, I'm gonna show you quickly kind of how to do a base elevation. Um, Added onto the floor plan from last class already, so you guys don't have to sit through that. I have the original windows we drew, added some storefront, door, and a side light there. So I'm going to project this down onto the elevation. I already showed you a little bit how to do this on Thursday last week, but wanted to get into this a little bit more. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start out, put a nice dark line here. It's just going to be your kind of your base elevation. Everything will be above that, so that's your grade plane. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to kind of transfer down all of my stuff. So start out with the walls. The windows. Storefront. I'll kind of go from there. So the main thing you guys have to do is figure out your elevations here. I'm going to do a little bit of funky stuff just to kind of give it a little more depth. Just think of how something to. I'll do a sloping roof on here. So on this side, I'm still going to just keep it the same scale. That way everything's kind of easy to follow. So this original plan's at 1/4 inch. I'm going to go in here. Let's measure. We're going to do 16 feet on this side. And over here, we're going to slope it down. We're going to do 12 feet. Give it a pretty good sized slope. So I'm going to go draw a line here. So that'll be your first roof. You kind of erase these a little bit. So because this is like your closest plane, I usually like to use a pretty dark marker. Not quite as dark as your baseline, but pretty close. So I'm just gonna draw that real quick. Okay. Alright, now I'll throw these windows in. We'll go back to my pencil real quick. We're going to do a 3-foot sill. Oops. Oh no. Just tore my tape off. Sorry guys. Okay. Hopefully that stays now. Okay. So 3-foot sill. Make these like 4-foot tall windows. Do the same thing. This I'll actually do a little, yeah. So this is a point Actually, I'm going to use a 0.3. So I'm trying to get some of these down. So here I would typically go through and do this too. Like I would use a smaller one. So this is a 0.3, and then I would go down like I might even do a 0.1 here. Oops. And I usually go from the right to the left. Just because that makes it easier to not go over your pen and smear it. So give that a little frame. Alright, so continuing on. I'm going to mark this out at, we'll do 11 feet here. There. So this will be like a little hallway. I'll do some kind of, I'll do a different detail here. Go from like 10 foot to 14 foot. Doesn't look quite right. Let's do do 13 feet. Should have changed it a little bit. Sorry, just looking at the design here. We're going to go to 12 feet. So it's going to be kind of just a lighter slope here. I'm actually going to continue that on, I think. Something along that line. I'll do a vertical. Something like that. We'll mark this door down. Make this a 7-foot door. So it's actually going to be a little bit taller than that because of the frame. So this is your inside dimensions, if that makes sense. Use it's not that far. I'm going to use my 0.5 again with this. So the big thing with elevations is making sure you get your line weights correct. So that's really what gives you your depth. I'm going to get into shadows and all that stuff later on, but for now, just kind kind of focus on getting all your lines in here. And you can always go back in and clean everything up. I'm probably blocking this, so 1 second. So you got your door there. I'm going to use a little bit heavier of a marker here. That. I'm going to draw this line in here. Actually, that's going to be a lighter line. That. So once you have this down in pen, then you can actually go in and just kind of erase the pencils around it. Eraser's starting to go bad. Makes it a little bit clearer for when you throw this on your sheet. So now at this point, what you want to do, kind of fill in the rest. So I'm going to use this, do the storefront here. So I already have the mullions marked out on here, so it should make it a little bit easier. Let me do I keep catching that tape. I'm going to do a head height or headline here. Lower one. There. Should make it a little bit easier. So, line up there. Down. There. Oh, too far down. There. Now, fill in top. Boom. There. Something like that. So that's kind of your general outline. What you'll want to do here is this is where you kind of start figuring out a little bit more of your design. This one will probably have, you could do something like this with your roof. You could just keep it kind of simple. Mark this, we'll just do a foot here. That's going to line up with that. So, it could just be a nice trim band like that. You can do trim piece here, here, etc. What am I doing? This is not a pen. Tearing my pencil apart. Okay, so let's see if I can basically what you guys want to do for Thursday lay this all out. Get your outlines, your windows, any storefront, anything like that in. Get your kind of your profile of the two elevations. So 1, 2. I'm only going to do 1 just to keep it kind of short. Get everything in there. Start working on your trim design. Figuring out what your materials are. If this is CMU, you won't have, the band will probably be a little bit different because you'll have a parapet cap. We'll get into a little bit of that stuff, but just kind of figure out what it's going to look like overall. Figure out your materials, all that good stuff. And then I'll go over a little bit of the shadow stuff. Very similar to the floor plans. And you're going to kind of do a dark inset line, if that makes sense. Kind of a little bit reverse of what the floor plan is. That's more of an end product thing, so that's why I was, make sure you focus on the building, and get that all laid out, both elevations. So kind of expect at least this far, if not a little bit further, in terms of trim and detail for Thursday. Yeah, I guess let me know if you guys have any questions. Other than that, I will see you guys on Thursday.